Way to go blow down there.
Why? Just
Come on. I'm a distract.
Hey, what's up, y'all? So I felt like talking a bit about my day today because I'm on a company retreat, but it's so much more than that because of the fact that I work at a black college now. I haven't really interacted with this many people who are just like me in my entire life. So today, or really tonight, and I'm kind of winding down from all the liquor I had. But I experienced something tonight that I've never had before, which was really just being around my people and being around my culture. Cause my parents had limit me so much to what I could and could not do growing up as a child in the Baptist church. And so finally being around more black people, I got to experience what it's like being around them when they're playing games, like cookout games. Like we played spades and dice, and yeah, it was like a little bit of gambling, but it was all fun. Like even though a lot of people can get in trouble for those type of situations, in all fairness, like we understood that this was just a little game. No one took it to heart what really went down tonight. And we all just relaxed and had fun and we bonded, which was the point of the retreat, was for us to bond. And I'm so happy that this happened because in my department, hard to say that I'm in a bit of a situation. So basically, I unfortunately got in the crossfire of some personal beef between two people. And with me being just hired, I just so happened to just get caught in it. But I was not really in it. It was just like a bystander. And so people don't really interact with me because of another person. And so today I really wanted to be different, to not just stay stuck in that situation, being isolated and miserable. Because deep down, even though I'm grateful for the opportunity, I'm grateful to finally be away from home, I am miserable because of all the personal beef and drama. And it was so nice to interact with people and to honestly be included. Like, I even danced a bit, like things like that. Sometimes people don't think about those little gestures, but I do, because it doesn't happen very often for me. I've always have been excluded and the odd kid because I was a black girl who didn't know much about black culture, and that's just being honest. Like it was years before I watched any like the Friday movies. I wasn't that really into like rap. I liked hip hop. I'm mostly a pop person, and I got into anime accidentally by watching Naruto and Toonami like back in the day in the mid 2000s. But other than that, I wasn't exposed to black culture much. And now being at a black school, I get to be around it more. And I really do hope I can continue to have this interaction. Like, I don't care if I gotta do more responsibilities with helping the library come together as one unit, because I get to interact with people. I get to leave my office. Like, the main reason I was so happy to get out of my last job is because I was sitting at a desk. And I did that for about a year and a half, and I realized that's not me. Sitting at a desk is not who I am at all. Like, I may be a quiet person, but I love interacting with people. And I feel like that's because of the public library. I've interacted with so many different types of people, different cultures, different backgrounds, different financial situations. When you have helped people fill out welfare applications, you've helped people get to print out their check stubs, bank statements for getting their social security, getting apartments and whatnot, getting approval for certain things. You look at life totally different. And so being isolated now and being at a desk is just not who I am. Like, yeah, I'll get the work done, but I like interacting with people. I like getting to know people because I really have gotten to know people back at those other jobs I've had. And it's weird how, even though I may have not liked the schedule, and at the time I didn't really understand, but looking back, I am grateful I had those opportunities. And I had the right people around me too. I was mentored and trained without really realizing it. And I end up now being in this position where I could really change things for not only myself, but for my department. Because we are so lacking in the archives where people don't even know we exist. The students don't know we exist. That has to change. And I'm hoping I can be the one to change that. And so I really do, like, my mission at the end of the day, whether I stay there long term or not, is to create a community archive where people will come together and donate stuff. Because being at a Black college, a historical Black college, these are legacies that are being made, that are continuing on, and we should be preserving their stories as much as the campus, the county, and like the universities, like highlights in history. But other than that, nothing else is being preserved, and it needs to change. But we have to change within ourselves first, and I'm glad that I have this opportunity to do that. It's like I said, I've always wanted to learn more about Black culture, and it's weird because I'm Black, but like I said, I haven't had those opportunities, and so I really am grateful for tonight and how tonight went and how I was being included, and I even learned how to play spades, learned how to play dice, and it was all in fun and not, the other side, because we all know what that's like. We have seen people's lives be taken by those type of games. And so you have to be very, very careful as a precaution. And be careful who you play it with, because everyone has to have that understanding, because if not, things can go south. But I was happy to be amongst, ironically, coworkers, because, we always are saying to be careful who you interact with at work, and which that's true as well. But when you have people who genuinely are actually trying to like include you, be included. Like, don't shy away from that. And I wanted to document this moment right now because I want to write about it. I want to write a story about it. This is like another highlight I have done in Texas, which I need to do a story time. The time I did a photo shoot, that's going to be fun because I did it with the very first friend I've made in Texas, which is a cowboy. A cowboy who's a photographer. But it'll be my next video. But I initially wanted to capture this moment so I can look back and remember how happy. I may not seem happy because, like I said, I'm winding down from the liquor, but I am happy in the inside. I feel warm. I feel accepted without really seeking acceptance, because I stopped doing that a long time ago. But it's like I got tired of being excluded, especially being excluded when it wasn't even my fault. And I wish that people would not let personal beef get in the way of really working together as a team. Because no matter what on the job, you have to work together, whether you like that person or not. But I've seen this type of personal beef that ran so deep where someone lost their job. Nothing should ever get to that point where you hurt somebody's pockets. I'd rather you just let it go, man. That it ain't worth it. To anybody out there dealing with a situation like that, Do not let that run you. Do not, it's not that deep. Because that person, anything can happen tomorrow. And really, you don't want to end things with a person. You never know when will be your last conversation. Because I think about it all the time of one of my favorite coworkers who is no longer here. And my last conversation with him was literally because of the fact that he was upset that I did not call him and tell him that I got promoted and became a full-time employee at the library. And it makes me kind of sad that that was my last interaction because I didn't know that he was so sick and he literally ended up just passing away like a couple months later, right before I graduated. So that was pretty difficult. And that taught me about really how you never know when it's the last moment you might have with someone. And especially a coworker, you never know how much of an impact you can have on a person as well, whether it's positive or negative. But I feel like things can be worked out, but you have to be willing, like honestly and truly willing. And sometimes you just have to let things go. You cannot always be right. People are different. People grew up differently. And sometimes what is such a big ball of like tension can be resolved. Sometimes it just takes apologizing. Just honestly. It's not about, oh, keeping the peace or anything like that. Literally, it's about treating people right and doing the right thing and not letting something run you so bad to where you mistreat someone. Because I've seen that so much at a library. But yeah, I'm trying to finish that book Yellowface, which I may have to reorder it because I've been so busy with moving, which that vlog is coming soon, and now this retreat, and then I'm going to another conference as well in like 2 days. But I'm definitely trying to make sure I push content, create content no matter what of this journey because I'm going into my 4th month as being a librarian, and I'll give you my review soon because I did something pretty awesome recently that I kind of made short videos about but never went into depth about it. And so I hope you guys stay tuned next time. See you.